thought I'd do first let them meet. You know, they haven't been exactly best friends. I called President Putin, and we're trying to work out a meeting with President Zelensky. We'll see what happens there. And then if it works out, then I'll go to the trilat and close it up.
So President Trump just moments ago on a potential key meeting in the works. So he's trying to broker a deal between Ukraine and Russia after a war that has dragged on for nearly 3.5 years. And joining us now is Bill Taylor, former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine. Before I ask you about what's to come, wanted to get your sense of what happened over the last 24 hours here in Washington, D.C. with all those European leaders here.
I think that we had very good conversation with President Trump.
Very good.
And it really was the best one.
I really want to thank you, President of the United States, dear Donald, for the fact that you, as I said before, broke the deadlock basically with President Putin by starting that dialogue.
We didn't see any kind of sign from the Russian side that there was a willing for dialogue. So something is changing, something has changed, thanks to you.
So far, nobody's been able to bring it to this point, so I thank you for that.
Let me now get your take on those European leaders from yesterday.
As I was saying, that the unity was amazing. It was striking that here they were, called by President Trump, dropping what they were doing, all showing up in support of Ukraine, in support of President Zelensky, because they want President Zelensky, they want Ukraine to stop the Russians in Ukraine. This is about European security. President Macron made this point many times. This is why they are so supportive of Ukraine. That's why they're stepping up. The Europeans are stepping up to provide weapons, finances, and even a coalition of the willing to put troops on the ground in Ukraine.
Let's talk about security guarantees for a second, but first we'll listen to President Trump talking about it from Fox and Friends.
President Putin agreed that Russia would accept security guarantees for Ukraine, and this is one of the key points that we need to consider.
We spoke about very sensitive points. The first one is security guarantees, and we are very happy with President that all the leaders are here, and the security in Ukraine depends on the United States and on you and on those leaders who are with us in our hearts.
He was asked this morning by Lawrence Jones, so what would that look like from the American standpoint? It seems like it's unclear at this point, but overall, these security guarantees are something that Zelensky needs to convince his people to go along with this deal. And I imagine the Europeans are willing to do it because they're worried about their own future security.
Absolutely, Dana. That's exactly what they're worried about. They want Russia to be stopped by the Ukrainians in Ukraine rather than threatening them. So they're willing to put troops on the ground. This is a real security guarantee. There have been commitments before and memos and the Budapest Memorandum that tried to give security, didn't. Troops on the ground, a coalition of the willing with actual forces on the ground to be able to backstop, to sit behind the Ukrainians and make it clear that the Russians cannot reinvade. And there's a role for the United States in that. Doesn't have to be boots on the ground, but there's an important role for the United States that President Trump has now acknowledged.
Can I get one quick thought from you about Zelensky and Putin maybe meeting one-on-one?
Your last, so Guy mentioned that Putin is the face of evil in Ukraine. So this, Zelensky will be there with gritted teeth. But in order to end this war, he has to sit down, and he's ready. Zelensky says he's ready to do it.
Yeah. Well, Zelensky might have gritted teeth, but Putin might have fangs out. So that is going to be one to watch. And President Trump says that he'll go in at the last minute if they can get a deal. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador. We'll have you back.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.